you want to be a selective sifter about what you focus upon. So this now reality is full of conditions. And as you focus upon the conditions, the condition, whatever the condition is, I must deal with this condition. Esther twisted her knee, pulling a very heavy suitcase, and it's been bothering her, and she finds herself focusing upon the condition of her knee. Hard not to, it hurts. Hard not to, it's slowing her down. Hard not to focus on it. It is a reality that gets her attention. But what she is realizing is she can hold the sore knee with her indefinitely by giving her attention to it. And so once something is manifested, we know it's not easy to get your attention off of it. But you got to figure out some way to get your attention off unwanted, or unwanted will remain in your experience. Law of attraction says that it must. So if you will just for a little while decide that rather than trying to change the condition so that you can feel better, instead you will ignore the condition and find some way to feel better, which will then cause the condition to change. Can you hear the difference? It is essential to deliberate creation. Focusing upon an unwanted condition sets a vibration that holds it in place. But being unconditional means using your willpower, that's the only way we would use willpower, to focus on something that feels better. There could be 10 subjects in your life that are important to you. And let's say 9 of them are going extremely well. But you could focus on the one thing that isn't going well. And as humans, that's what you usually do, because you're trying to find a problem and wrestle it to the ground and kill it. This universe is based upon attraction and inclusion. When you say no to something, you're actually saying yes to the thing you don't want. Yes to something you do want brings it. No to something you don't want brings it. So here is this condition that you don't want. And as you focus upon this unwanted condition, you hold yourself vibrationally apart from what you want. So if you would decide that caring about how you feel matters, it matters so much that this condition takes a second or third or fourth or fifth place. So let's say there are 10 things in your life experience that are important to you, and that one thing isn't going well. The other 9 going well. If you would focus upon the 9 things that are going well, or even one of the 9 things that are going well, that 10th thing would have to come into alignment. Would have to. Because vibrationally, you've cleaned it up. Vibrationally, you're using the 9 things that are going well as your reason for offering your vibration, which means you're now getting impulses about everything else. You're getting impulses about the thing that isn't going well. Let's turn it around. Let's say 9 things are terrible, and 1 thing is going really well. And as you focus upon those 9 things, you feel awful. But as you focus upon the 1 thing that's going well, you feel better. So you focus on it more and more, so you're feeling better more and more. So now the other 9 things are coming into alignment because you're holding yourself in a frequency that allows the solution that you're looking for. The vibration of a solution and the vibration of a problem are completely different frequencies. So what's the point of all of this, Abraham? What's the point of all of this contrast that surrounds us? Well, the contrast causes you to identify what you want. It's really step 1 of the important creative process. If you don't know what you don't want, you can't know what you do want. So step 1 is that discerning and asking process. And that's that rocket of desire that goes into this vortex that your inner being stands and holds and summons to you all the cooperative components. The question is, are you one of the cooperative components? And the answer to that is, if you feel good, yes. If you feel not good, no. You're not being cooperative right now. So step 1 is you ask. Step 2 is Source stands there with all that you've become and summons by law of attraction to you. So the path lights up for you. The path of least resistance is very, very bright. Your inner being knows right where all of the steps are. Not just the most direct steps, but the steps that will bring you the most pleasure along the way. And hear this, more important, the most logical step that you will be able to find. So when we talk about the path of least resistance, we want you to understand you are the one who's throwing the resistance on the path. But it's okay. Your inner being still keeps calling you. And the more you get into this place where you are realizing the revelation that is being offered to you, the more that path of least resistance will clear up until in time There won't be resistance that you're tripping over. Ease and flow and fun and full and fast and life. That's how you're supposed to feel, you see. You got to find the frequency. You got to practice to find it, which means you got to care about how you feel. You got to find the frequency that puts you in that place of realizing, and then you're off and running. There are no limits for you. There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. If this time-space reality has the wherewithal to inspire within you the desire, this time-space reality has the wherewithal to deliver the full manifested goods. So what we're really talking about is you finding some way to be happy in the interim between the vibrational reality and the fully manifested reality. And don't misunderstand us. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you think, oh yeah, Abraham just wants us to get happy so we don't notice the things that aren't working out for us. But that cannot be, because when you get happy, the things that you want cannot be avoided by you. They have to come, and you will realize them. And oh, what fun it is to consciously define desire and then deliberately tune your frequency by caring about how you feel, and then getting to witness the path unfolding. Such a fun path. After a little while, you'll begin to understand that the journey was what it was all about, that the destination is fleeting. Don't misunderstand. We want you to have all that stuff you want. We want you to have every bit of stuff that you want. We want you to have it. You have come into this leading edge place because manifestation is the leading edge way. We're not trying to talk you out of your manifestations. We're just wanting you to find more joy on your way to them. And so often, the things you want beat you up because you don't have them, and then you feel some sort of discouragement or blame about why you don't. Your emotions are here and now. You have control of them here and now. Stop dredging up that old stuff that doesn't apply anymore. All of your power is here and now. It's time for you to cash in your vibrational currency.
Facebook stresses me out. Like, I get on it for my business, and then invariably I'm clicking away, and I'm going down a path, and I swear I've regressed to childhood where I'm back to the dork in the corner who's afraid to say something, and then I do, and it's not listened to, but the popular girl posts some awful things about her husband, and she's got 150 likes, you know. I would never do that to your husband. But
well, let's just talk about this for just a moment, and then we'll take the whole thing in context. Getting 150 likes for something unwanted is not winning. All that means is that whoever's looking there is looking for trouble and finding it, because that's the frequency that they're in. But it is our promise to you that many more of them than would ever admit it are feeling funny in their stomach like you do if you get focused there too much. So the internet and Facebook are like anything else. There are aspects that you want and aspects that you don't want, and your vibrational frequency will begin to set the tone for what comes to you.
So ramp up before I even get on Facebook.
Maybe. Be clear about who you are and what you're looking for and what you want. Okay. One of the things that has been one of the most profound and beautifully spoken tenets of the philosophy that we express to the world is mind your own business. Wasn't that beautifully said? Mind your own business, because it's enough for you to find your own vibrational alignment. When you've got your nose in everybody else's business, then it's just activating all kinds of unresolved things. And so while it does help you launch rockets of desire, and it does help you make your vortex stronger about who you are and what you really want, the more you put your attention upon things over which you have no control, the more important it is that you stand in your place of alignment as you are doing it. And then it can be an interesting journey rather than an upsetting journey. When you're in alignment, anything that you see won't upset you. When you're out of alignment, so much of what you see will upset you. So it's a matter of how well connected with who you really are, you are. When you're in alignment and someone posts something and someone is in distress, in your alignment, you will be solution-oriented, not problem-oriented. The majority of the people who are chiming in are problem-oriented. In other words, when you see something that is unpleasant and you click like, in your chiming in, what you're doing is acknowledging that that's the vibrational frequency that I'm at too. Agreed. We are in a similar vibrational frequency. Well, if you're not in a similar vibrational frequency, you don't like, you yike. Yikes. There should be a like and a yikes.
Recently, or rather, things have been building up in my family for quite some time now, some family troubles.
Momentum?
Yes, quite a bit. And it has resulted in my little sister having some alcoholism, some issues with that. So I think it was Monday, earlier this week, we met with an intervention specialist to plan whether or not we want to have an intervention for my little sister. So, long story short, the conversation kind of blew up into a...
Because everyone needs her to be different so that they can feel better.
Everyone
needs her to be different so that they can feel better. And you say to yourself, but it's for her benefit, but it's so that you will feel better, you say. And she is saying, it's not my job to be different so that you can feel better. I'm seeking my freedom in this way.
Okay, and more so, I was kind of like gearing off into a different direction.
If we were standing in your physical shoes, we would offer a vibrational intervention. We would ignore what is, if it's a manifestation that's not pleasing. And we would focus upon who she really is. And we would practice the vibration of that until the vibration of who you know her to be is so dominant in your vibration that she cannot show anything other than that to you. A vibrational intervention. Because when you say, you've got to stop this behavior, you've got to stop doing this thing you do, that's like saying to a train that's going 100 miles an hour in one direction, stop. And you'll deserve it when it runs over you.
Right. Okay, can I make the example a little bit more complex, slightly?
We're nearly out of time, so don't make it too complex.
Okay. So my dad, he has some issues of his own, and I find that I was thinking if I focus on the things that I'm appreciative of him for and this and that, I can improve my experience with him.
You can for sure, but you know what? That's really going about it the hard way. As you take these situations that, while they're very close up to you and they matter a lot to you, as you take those to be the subjects by which you improve your vibration, you have a hard time doing it because the conditions that surround you keep demanding your attention in a way that makes it harder. So if you can get off the subject of those things that are hard and on the subject of the things that are easier, in other words, it's like we were saying, let's say there are 10 subjects and 9 of them are terrible. Well, it sounds like quite a few of them are already happening with your family, with your sister, with your father, and so forth. So if you could just take something else that has not got so much momentum going and focus on it for the purpose of being on your path or following your path of lesser resistance, you'll get into vibrational sync and you will receive guidance or inspiration. You will realize the inspiration that's already coming so that you'll be in the right place at the right time. And all of those things will come into alignment. It's a very common thing. Almost everyone takes the issue that is bothering them the most, and that's what they want to start with. And we say, don't begin there. That's the hard way of going about it. Find alignment. You're looking for alignment, not a way to fix your family. You're looking for alignment, not a way to fix relationships. You're looking for alignment with who you are, and that will take care of everything else. But if you try to fix this, you won't find alignment. You see what we're getting at? As you focus and make lists, it's sort of like Esther does focus wheels. She really likes starting with where she wants to be and then making statements around the wheel that reflect where she wants to be. And she's getting very good at it. But recently she was talking about something that was more involved and there was more negative emotion around it. And we said to her, Esther, it's like you go into a restaurant and there's this food that you really don't want to eat. You've never liked it. You don't like the texture of it. You don't like the taste of it. You don't like the smell of it. You don't like anything about it. Don't do a focus wheel about it until you like it. Just eat other things. And that's sort of what we're saying to you here. Don't try to fix things that feel broken. Just focus upon things that give you lightheartedness and joy and ease until you make that your vibrational lifestyle. And then watch what happens to every relationship in your life experience.
Yes.
Yeah, really good. Yeah.